Yeah, hello students, welcome once again to Mosley Academy Mathematics post-UTME question. This chapter covers the continuation of this level 3 of the Mathematics 2500 questions. We are trying to solve for all post-UTME questions, and we are trying to make sure we take it from one point to another. What I mean by taking it, excuse me guys, I will join you soon. Taking it from one point to another is we make sure that we explain the concept first, and also try as much as possible to explain some of these concepts. We have the concept video, but most importantly here what we do is that we solve those questions. We let you see how we solve it, and also teach you some fast and quick ways to get answer to this question. Now, for maximum knowledge, please kindly subscribe to our channel and share with a friend. We don't only focus on mathematics, we also do some science subjects, which we take from 0 to 0, from basics to advanced. So I will continue with from where I stopped. I gave assignment as usual, and the assignment I gave what you can see on the board. So I'm taking the first one. Hopefully, admin, good morning to you. Hopefully this will be a very fast class as usual. I don't want it to be otherwise. So we start from the assignment. We have to integrate this from the shortcut formula. We've talked about integration is opposite of differentiation. So here we can say solution will be, this is 4. When we integrate cosine, it is sine. So it will be 1 over 4 and mouse and not touch. No problem. 1 over 4, then sine 4x, then we have minus, when you integrate sine, it is a minus cos. This is 3 to be minus 1 over 3, then you have a cos 3x, m plus the constant k or c. The only thing is just minus times minus to be plus, so we have 1 over 4 sine 4x plus what is? I hope I'm not cutting at me. Plus 1 over 3 plus 3x plus k. Now, very good work at maintaining this into mouse and not touch, no problem. So I think we can look for the answer there. I'm very sure you can spot the answer. I think D. So this is the correct answer to the first one. Admin, please, the next question. Now, this is a straightforward question because this is in base 10. Just convert this to base 10 by putting the 0 and 1. So directly we can say 2 times 5 raised to power 1 plus 3 times 5 raised to power 0. Everybody knows anything raised to power 0 is nothing but 1. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 3 times 1 is 3. And this gives you 13 in base 10. Which is also equivalent to x in base. So I think 2 of the options are D, admin, right? So the next question will be displayed by admin. Admin, please. Let's see the next question. Now, the question of the, I'm just doing 20 questions for this stage because we have a long way to go. I hope I am visible. I hope my audio level is okay. So if you are hearing me, let's get started with the post-UTME level 3. Only 20 questions. Admin, please. Let it be known. We have other things to do. Apologies, I'm not going to run the 40 question today. I'm only doing 20, so I will continue it as usual. I think I have to use my timer, but if it is not available, no problem. Let's just move in this manner. So we start with the first question. The first question of today is find the domain of f of s. Find the domain of f of s equals to x over 3 minus x. Where x is a member of real number, the set of real number, or is a set of real number. This means x is a set of real number. So to get the domain of a function, we say the denominator is not equals to 0. Concept video available on calculation of domain and range of functions, even trigonometric functions. Now, we say we only set the denominator to be a non-zero. The denominator is the one that is here, as you can see. So if we go by that, we say 3 minus x is not equals to 0. So So when you solve, that means x is not equals to, s is not, apologies, this come back. What it means is solve for x. From here, when you move x to the right hand side, you and I know it will turn to positive. I believe everybody understand that. I'm actually waiting for this stuff that is loading so that we can continue. So from that, if we solve this very well, x would not be equals to 3. That will be our answer. And if you look at all options there, the one that conforms with what you are going to get from all of this is nothing. I think I am back, but the first one. So if we are going with that, basically we are saying the right answer to our question is nothing but option A, because here we say x is not equals to 3 is the domain of this function. Please be careful about this, because these are UTME questions and you can always see them anytime, any day. The next one, please. Thank you very much. Now the next question is the second question. Find the value of cos 60 plus 45, leaving your answers in short form. Now this tells you on the concept. That is what we said. No, we said we are taking you from 0 to hero. Now you're at level 3 of 5. So expect something not difficult and not too easy. So it's just testing about your knowledge-based question. This is just knowledge-based, but this is not even knowledge-based. This is more like a formula-based question, because you are being tested on property of trigonometric identity. Now, from early classes, you have studied, and if you have not, there is always a first time to everything. You understand? So if this is your first time, it is not a problem. You can say cos A plus B. In my offline classes, most of my students can sing along with me. When I sing, I'm not a good singer anyway, but this is the method we use. We say sine, cosine, cosine, sine, cosine, cosine, minus sine, sine. So when you are adding cosine, it will be cosine, cosine. That is cosine of A, cosine of B, minus sine, sine. Sine of A, sine of B. So this is the way we explain in our offline classes. And now that you are joining online, you can also use that to always know the property of adding the compound formula, the double angle formula, or the compound angle formula anyway. Now, here you can say from here, in this case, you are having cosine of 60 degrees plus 45 degrees. So that means A is 60 and this is 45 degrees. I just hope this thing will work well. I like the mouse more than the touch. Now here, if I do that, A is this, then I substitute formula. I'm going to have directly, this is going to give me nothing but cos 60 cos 45 minus sine 60 sine 45. From formula short form, cos 60 is 1 by 2, 1 over 2 you call it. This is root 2 over 2. And this is nothing but minus sine 60 is root 3 over 2, 0.860. And sine 45 is root 2. On simplification, you can say this is root 2 times 1 is root 2 over 2 times 2 is 4. Minus and not plus. Follow this. So we have minus root 6 over 4. So this is the same thing as writing it normal way you've written it in junior classes. You know the way you do it in junior is root 2 minus root 6 over 4. I don't know how the examiner put its answer, but this is the best way to solve without having any problems. So the right answer to the question is C, as option C, and because it is option C, admin can please move to the next one. Thank you very much. Now, the next question says, if 5 over root 2 minus root 8 over 8 is equals to m root 2, where m is a constant, we have to find m. This can be done directly from your concept mathematics. This is more like the level 2 type of question in level 3. So when you see level 2 type of question in level 3, you should not have any problem. Doing this, the problem I have here is root 2. I always tell you, whenever you have a fraction, focus on where there is a problem. Square root of 2 is the problem. Multiply each of them by square root of 2. So directly we can say solution, and if we go by that, we say 5 over root 2 times c times root 2. Just for you to visualize. Root 2 comes root 2. You have 5. Also this one, root 8 over 8 times root 2. You can see, if you multiply this by root 2, that's root 16. What's square root of 16? Everybody knows square root of 16 is 4 over 8 is equals to m root 2 also times root 2. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. So 2 times m is what? 2m. Excuse me. Now, here 4 over 8 is 1 over 2. 5 minus 1 over 2. That's 4 here 1, 4 here 2. I hope you understand what I'm doing. So it's equals to 2m. 5 minus half, like I said, is 4 and a half. If you don't want to do all those else, it is equals to 2m. So if 2m is equals to 4 and a half, so m will now be the variables, and you can write 4 and a half as 9 over 2. 2 times 4 is plus 1 is equals to 2m. So what happens, you can say cross multiplication. Then from cross multiplication, you can just write your answer and have your answer directly. This will be equals to 2 times 2, then 9 is equals to 4m. So m equals to 9 by 4. We are explaining 4 can go in these 2 times 1 over 4. So we did the question answer. That is my identity. That is the way I always solve question. So guys, I hope you understand that. That is the right answer. Choice C is correct. We move to the next one. Next. Question number what? Admin? Question. This should be question number 4. This is not my third question. Admin is not even counting. And what's your job? It should be the fourth or the fifth question set. So the next one is I'm doing only 20 questions. Please, I want you to be counting along with me. Thank you very much. Now, the next question says a binary operation asterisk is defined on the set of real numbers as R. Real numbers are as A asterisk B. Let's write the operation. You can say A asterisk B is given as solution, dear student, very important. Is given as A plus B minus 1. Thank you. A plus B minus 1. So we have to find the identity of the element on that equation. A plus B minus 1. The identity of an element is written as A asterisk E is equals to E asterisk A, which is equals to A. What we are saying is you can write A as A and B as E. So here we see the operation is defined as A is still A. I'm writing it in this one, plus B is now B is E, A is A. I'm substituting. A is A, B is E, minus 1 must be equals to A, which is A. So this is what I'm solving. On simplification, this gets cancelled. E minus 1 is equals to 0. E is equals to 1 is the identity of this element, and this falls under the concept of binary operation. Please remember that in your journal. E is 1, and that is the identity of that operation. Next, please. Thank you, Admin. Now, here we have 75 and not 750, right? 75 degrees in radian. I think this came out in the further math something that we did yesterday. If you are following the stuff on our online page, something like converting radian to degree, I told you. So the direct solution we say directly solution. So directly we say to convert from radian to degree, I told you 75 times you have pi over 1/8. That is what you just multiply, because 1 pi is equals to 1 pi radian is 180 degrees. That's the only concept. So if you are converting from radian to degree, multiply by pi over 180. So it's just like putting this guy in the lowest arm. And if you want to put it in the lowest arm, you can decide to actually cut it with what you think will go. From the way I'm saying it, I think 5 will go in this two. 5 can go, or 25. If you are not so sure if 25 will go in 180, you might leave it. If you are not so sure. So if you are the type that you are sure that it will go, but you can start with 5. See, 5 can go in 75. 5 in 5, 5 in 7 is 1. 5 in 25 is 5. So 5 can go in 18. 5 times 3, 15. 36. 15 over 36
As you can see, 15 over 36. If I'm not mistaken, 5, 3. So there is no other number. This is 15 over 36 pi. So that question is not correct, I guess. Or we still have another number we have. Because 3 can also go. So 3 can go in 15 5 times. Apologies, we wait for this to come up. So 3 can go in 15, as you can see. You can see that 3 goes in 15 5 times. And 3 also goes in 36 12 times. I hope you guys are actually with me. So apologies about this. This will come up. Just relax yourself. Nothing to worry about. I told you to come back. So now 5 can go in 15 3 times. And 5 can go. And 5 can go in 36 12 times. Then pi. Am I right? So you can also say, is it 12? 5 can, this is 5. 3 can go in 15 5 times. So it is 5 over 12 again. If you don't want to do what I did, you can just say 15 directly. 15 goes in 75 5 times. 15 go in 180 12 times. So directly you have something like this, and that would be the right answer to that question. So it's all about understanding how to do all these things. There is nothing too big in level 3. They are just something you know very well. Next, please. Thank you very much. Next question is more like level 1 question. But we have argument is 9. Argument is 3 plus 2s. Base is 9. Let's do this two directly. Solution is, we have solution will be equals to, this is, from what we studied, log a base b is equals to c. We say the argument is a must be equals to b raised to power c if b is greater than 0, and if a is greater than 0 and b is less than what? Is not equals to what? Minus 1. So we've talked about this condition, but this is the formula directly, which I want you to keep in mind. So in this case, the a here is 3x plus 2. I'm following the same thing. It's not 3x, but what? 3 plus 2x must be equals to b. The b here is 9. And the c in this case is 1. 9 raised to power 1 is 9. So it's like 3 plus 2x is equals to 9. On simplification, we say 2s is equals to 9 minus 3. 9 minus 3 is nothing but 6. I'm not mistaken. So I may ask you with the question. So x will be equals to 6 divided by 2, which is 3. So that's the right answer. That's there. It's 9. I can say I may try to change it. Maybe it's not 9, and maybe it's another thing, but I may think it's 9. So that's the answer to the question. In fact, you can test it to know you are high. Put this 2 times 3, 6. 6 plus 3, 9. Log 9 base 9. Is it not? I hope you understand. So that is how to know if you are doing it right. Next, please, my dear admin. Thank you very much. Next question, still on binary operation, level 3, post UTME from Mosdi Academy. We are still on it. Operation asterisk is defined on the set of real number by x asterisk y. We have x asterisk y. S asterisk y. I hope I am not cutting. S asterisk y is equals to x plus y minus xy. Fine. If the identity under the operation is 0, identity is written as E is equals to 0. We are to find the inverse of x as a set of real numbers. We are looking for the inverse. So what you need to know is that the relationship between identity and inverse is A as the operation asterisk the inverse must give you the identity. So if you have learned this from your junior classes, I don't think you are going to have any problem understanding this thing and solving it. So what we just want to make is that we make this operation look, then we are good to go. So in this case, setting them equal, like I said the other time, so I can say fine, S is A now, Y is what? A inverse. And it must give me an answer of what? E. So what is the operation? X is now A. So it can now be solution continuing here, A plus, what is Y? And what is Y now? A inverse. A inverse, which is inverse, minus, look at the way I'm doing it. X is what? A times Y is what? A inverse must give me the identity which is equals to 0. What am I looking for, dear student? I'm looking for A inverse. So this is a kind of mathematics that you should be able to do if you are a mathematician. You collect like mentioned that A plus what is common here, if you see this, because this is A inverse. So if you are saying A inverse minus A inverse equals to 0. Normally I'm not supposed to show this step, but I just want you guys to see what I'm solving, that I'm actually solving it in such a way that you understand it. A plus what is common? A inverse. Open brackets. Wow. 1 I'm factorizing. A inverse is A inverse times 1, A inverse minus A is equals to 0. You know I need A inverse as subject of formula. From here I can move this one to the other side. So if I continue from this side, for understanding's sake, I hope you are following. I'm moving this A to the other side, it will be minus. Crossing over the 0 lap. It will be A inverse bracket 1 minus A is equals to negative A. I hope students understand that point. Then here make A inverse of a formula, divide both sides by 1 by A. A inverse is now equals to negative A over 1 minus A. This is your answer, but answer will not be in terms of A. It will now be in terms of your X and Y. Recall, X is equals to A and Y equals to what? A inverse. So you can just write it, you can answer it in terms of A. So directly I can just put it like this for the sake of understanding that answer will now equals to minus X over 1 minus X. So it depends, I don't know how they put the answer. You check it when X is not equal, it's not equals to 1. Yes, very correct. I think option A, so which is absolutely correct. Admin, please. Next question. Thank you very much. Now, the next question is on trigonometry. And this is a very simple question and one of the most important questions in post-switch chemistry. Now, to solve for the value, solve sin theta equals to tan theta. At what angle will sin theta equals to? It is at 0. If you don't want to waste your time, those are ways to solve. But if you want to show that you know how to solve, you can write direct solution as solution. Then under the solution, we can say sin theta is equals to tan theta. Given question required to solve is this. Then solving, we can now say sin theta from the identity. We know tan is sin theta over cos theta. Everybody knows. And if you don't know, I do say there's always a first time to everything. So just enjoy this. Then from here, we can cross multiply. You can say anyhow you want to solve it. Then you need a value for value of what? Theta. Look at this now. Sin theta over cos theta is tan theta. And you can now say if I cross multiply, I'm going to have solving from that is funny. Sin theta, I want you to see it. Cos theta is equals to sin theta. Because if I cut there, most of you will be like, I don't understand what Mr. did there. So this gets cancelled out. What did I have? Cos theta is equals to, when you cancel out, it's not 0, it is 1. You have to keep that in mind. And from your trigonometric basic classes, you know that to get theta, it will be cos inverse. Someone will say arc cos. It's the same thing of what? 1. The first shift and cos of 1 is what? Is 0. Cos 0 is equals to 1. You might try that. These are basic things. Sin 90 is 1. Sin 0 is 0. Cos 0 is 1. So theta is equals to 0. But basically, you are not supposed to solve this. On a more serious note, you are not supposed to solve because it's when it is 0, sin theta is equals to tan theta. Next, please. Thank you very much, admin. The next question says, I hope you are counting, admin. Now, the next question says, express log 1 over 4 plus log 1 over 2 in terms of log 2. Wow. I don't know, maybe it's the argument. I just believe it's argument. This argument, we can just say solution to this should be log 1 over 4 times 1 over 2. So, because it is plus. So, we can say it is log 1 over 8, as 4 times 2 is 8. It is the same as saying log 8 raised to the negative 1. Indices. So how we want to express in terms of log 2, that's the problem. I don't know, maybe this guy is in 2. So maybe this is in 2. I mean, this, their base. I don't know. Because that would be another thing we need to keep in mind. So if it is in 2, I'm guessing now, it is easy to solve by saying log 2 to raise to power negative 3 because of the minus there and 2. But if it is not like that, which I don't think is like that because I'm seeing answer of that one, so that means 2 is not actually there. It is still loading. I think we are back. So if 2 is not there, which is correct now, so we can say this flip to the back from the law of log, and you guys know it will be equals to, I hope I'm not cutting at me, minus 3 log 2. So this is the equivalent, and that's correct. So that is correct, and we move to the next question. Thank you very much. Next question, admin has actually adjusted this one again. Hopefully it will be correct. Because whenever I see adjustments on my admin, I don't tend to go if the adjustment. Now here we have 1 over 5 raised to power minus y. Am I right? Yes. Thank you very much. He said it is minus. So guys, let's do this one. This is level 2 question, which is on this. When we flip this guy up, the negative will be positive because the past negative will be 5 raised to power y. I hope you are there. It's now equals to, I'm working in 5s, in terms of 5. So because I'm working in terms of 5, with this right, it's equals to 5 raised to power. You may not be able to see well. It can never write.
It's writing.
It's writing. Can you see well? Are you sure? Admin says it's writing, but I don't want to use again. 2 times 5 raised to power. Is it 4 minus 2y?
Yes.
I mean, okay. 5 raised to power 4 minus 2y. So it's now the law of indices. Equates the power. Y is equals to 2 plus 4 minus 2y in the way of mathematics. You know, the task no effect in the bracket. So we can say y is equals to 2 plus 4 minus 2y. 2 plus, this one will be plus. When it's 3y is equals to 6. On simplification, y is equals to 6 divided by 3. Y answer is nothing but 2. I hope students understand that. Because of time, let's move at a good pace. Next, please. We've passed this level, so I don't expect us to have usually. Thank you very much, my dear admin. Next question says, we have to simplify 1 minus sine theta multiplied by 1 plus theta. Difference of 2 squares. I hope you can see. Difference of 2 squares. Direct solution, I've told you. Direct solution, use it. It will be 1a squared. 1 square is 1 minus b squared. Sine squared theta. This is difference of 2 squares. This is a squared minus b squared. And it's a minus b, a plus b. What's a here? 1. What's b? Sine theta. So 1 square is 1. Then the other one is what? You can see sine square theta. Sine theta square is sine square theta. But if you want to expand like the way you were told, 1 times 1, 1. 1 times plus sine theta plus sine theta. Minus sine theta times 1 minus sine theta. Minus times plus minus sine square theta. This answer what? You have 1 minus sine theta. But examiner will not put this answer there for you. They want to test your trigonometric identity, and that is what most level 3 questions focus on, your trigonometric identities, binary operation, and stuff like that. So now here, from your knowledge of other classes, cos square theta plus you are told sine square theta is the same thing. No? I just want it to be the way your theta quoted for you. It will be sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. So now, look at this. Now, if you move this to the other side, cos square theta is equals to 1 minus sine square theta. So what you have in the question here? What you have in the question here is, answer is 1 minus sine square theta, which is equivalent to cos square theta. So this is the same thing as this, and still will be correct with that. Now, admin, we can move on to the next question. Many times. Next question next, which I don't know the number, admin should be counting. Given that the lines 3x plus 4y plus 6 is equals to 0, and 4x minus by plus 3 is also equals to 0. The lines are perpendicular. We've talked about this many times. So direct solution, you can say solution. Admin, check it out. Solution, we can say fine. Thank you. Now, when lines are perpendicular, the product of the gradient level 2 question is equals to minus 1. Taking, so let's get the gradient. I said just
relate x and y. The first one, 3x is equals to minus 4y. Take it. So, or you say 4y equals to minus 3x. Let me write it the way I've been doing. 4y equals to minus 3. I don't need the intercept. Make y, divide by 4, divide by 4. So this guy is y equals to minus 3 over 4. So anything that is standing beside x is the gradient. So the first gradient is minus 3 over 4. Times, do the same thing for the second one. Make y sort of formula. Here you have minus by in terms of x. When you move that to the right hand side, with minus 4x. I hope you understand where that minus is coming from. Minus gets cancelled out. So the problem of y here is b. Divide both sides by b. So what do you have here? Y is equals to 4 over b. What is the gradient of that line? Coefficient of x. We've done this. So it's equals to times m2 now is 4 over b. Must be equals to negative 1. So directly we can now finish this. Everybody knows minus 3 times 4 is negative 12. 4 times b is 4b is equals to negative 1. You can say negative gets cancelled out and b answer is 3 if you can visualize. Now, if you still want it to be in steps, you can say the final step will now be, I hope I am not cutting here, as in you can see what I'm writing. Thank you. So if we cross multiply, minus cancel minus, so say 4 times 1 is 12 is equals to 4b. Then we say b is equals to 12 over 4. So directly b is equals to 3 is valid for this question, and admin can now move to the next one. I hope we are getting this. The next says solve question what now? 14. Thank you very much. Now solve 2 cos x minus 1 is equals to 0. To solve this one, I told you most of questions on the trigonometric question and identity of binary operation and application of the identities. Now, we are also solving, this is a straight equation which 90 to 95% of the students almost the academic chart can solve. I'm very, very sure about that. What we do is just remove that to the RHS. We say 2 cos s is equals to 0 plus 1, which is 1. Divide both sides by 2. Cos x is equals to 1 over 2. S will be equals to arc cos 1 by 2. It is cos 60 that is equals to half. We did something like that when we are writing in short form the other time. We call that very good. So if that is the case, it is, look at the range of value between 0 and 360. 2 pi radian is 360. 1 pi is 180. I will talk about that also today. So now remember the concept of all students take cocaine. Aladi San Anko. All students take cocaine. First, second, third, and fourth quadrant. So cosine is also positive in the fourth quadrant. The easier way. You don't need to go to the advanced way or the most advanced way to explain simple things. So at the fourth quadrant, we use 360 minus what? Theta. That's what we use. Note that. So this theta 180 minus theta 180 plus theta, or theta minus 180. So then we move like that. So guys, here, so we can say another answer apart from 60 is because cosine is also positive at fourth quadrant. We can also say 360 minus 60 is what? 300 degrees. You can see I'm working in terms of degrees in my formulas. But answers are in terms of what? Radian. So we have to multiply by pi over 180. So therefore, we say 60 times pi over 180. You can cut. This gets cancelled out. 6 here 1. 6 times 3 is 18. That's pi over 3. That's the first one. Convert 300 by multiplying 300 times pi over 180. This gets cancelled out. 30 over 18. 6 here 5. 6 here 3. So that is 5 pi over 3. So this is the answer in radians. These are the answers in degree. I hope you understand. I hope you get this. How to convert from radian to degree and stuff like that are very, very important for post-UTME for some standard school. Next, please, admin. Thank you very much. Now, this is more like a bonus mark and a level 1 question we have discussed time and time again.
So to solve this one, it's a log. So because it is a log, hopefully it will be correct. So I can just say, okay, this is 9. I can solve this guy and get answer. From here, you know the answer of this one from the log laws, log rules we've talked about. Oh wow, I'm waiting for this to come up. So from the log laws and the log rules we've talked about, so we can actually say this is a simple question, but maybe not that simple as you guys think. Just hold on, it's nothing happens, just hold on. So maybe it's not that simple as you thought or you think about, but it's a simple question to be honest. So now we can say, solving the right hand side, log 39. Answer is half. We've done this. I told you if you write log, there are different laws, but you don't need to be disturbing yours. It's simple as 1 over 2 log 3 base 3. From the law I've explained to you under the section of logarithm. Another way you can use change of base form and stuff like that to change the position and you solve it, but it's always going to be 1 over 2. So now you can now solve the other question by equating it to that answer. You have gotten log argument is x, base is 3, and this guy answer is what? 1 over 2. We talked about this. The argument will be equals to the base raised to power of this. So this is the answer. 3 over 1 by 2. I think this should be it, but it is not properly placed, and that is how to solve that. So please guys, the next question, number 16, right? Thank you very much. You can see I'm also following. This will be your assignment. I don't have time to be doing. This is level 2 question. We've done many questions of this. So the first assignment for today, I started with your assignment, which I didn't count. I'm giving you the first one. So my admin, you can move to the next question. Thank you very much. Now consider the statement. P, Musa is short. P means Musa is short. Q means Musa is brilliant. Then which of the following represent the statement Musa is short but not brilliant? Musa is short is P. Bullying. Logic, the way you are being told in your level, for your level. So Musa is short is P. And you can see Musa is short and okay, but not brilliant. So Musa is short but not brilliant. But not brilliant. Musa is short but not brilliant. So please let's be careful about this for question 2. Sometimes logic question. Musa is short and not brilliant. I hope you can see Musa is short and not brilliant. Musa is short but not brilliant. So next question, admin. Next one, please. Thank you very much, admin. Now, next question, question 16, right? Or 17? 16th. Yeah, I said 16th. I think my admin is even sleeping on bike. So the next one. Now, argument is 8. Then you can also use these are level 1. So let's use the same law we used that time. We say the 1 over 8 will be equals to y to the power of 3. As you know, log a, every time, I'm not going to be writing this, is the same thing as a equals to b raised to power c. For those that have actually forgotten about that law, we did many questions on this. So this is 8 raised to power minus 1, y to 3. 2 raised to power minus 3, y raised to power 3. As you can see, problem has come. 1 over 8. Now, what I will do here will be something funny. Because I want this guy to be 3. So I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to make this one like 1 over y raised to power 3. Look at what I'm talking about. So that you will get it. Now, I was actually thinking that guy is minus. And that is, instead of my answer to be equals to y equals to 2, it will now be minus 2. I want you to see. Look at what I will do here. Now, instead of doing that, I can spot this is 1 over 2 raised to power 3 is equals to y raised to power 3. As you guys know, if I do this now, if I move this guy up, it will be raised to power minus 3. So what I want to do now is that I need something that will make this guy and this guy look similar. So if I want to do that, I can say 2 raised to power 0 is also 2 raised to power 3. This is also 1. You learn that 2 raised to power 0 over 2 raised to power 3 is equals to, you can say 1 over y raised to power 3. Or, if that is not clear, let's also do it like this, because I know most of you are used to 2 raised to power minus 3. Let me do it like that too. 2 raised to power minus 3
is equals to y raised to power 3.
You can see you cannot equate the power because why? Why is just because 2 raised to power minus 3 is 1 over 8. Y raised to power 3 is this. So if you want to make this one minus 3, if you multiply both sides by minus, power will still what? Be affected. So in this type of situation, the answer to this question is what? It has what? No solution. Note that. Because I know you guys will say its answer is minus 2. But you say minus 2. Only if this guy is minus 3, we are not, it will have solution. So which I guess that the question there is, this answer here is not 3, but what? Minus 3. I'm just guessing. So if it is minus 3, then it is solvable. Because it will be 2 raised to power this thing is minus 3. Y will be equals to 2, which is D. But if it is this, there's a typo error. The answer to this is no solution, unless I want to solve in an advanced way, which you can never what? Be asked for your level now. So no solution is if it is that, but I am sure admin is giving me that it is minus 3. But for now, let's just take it and see if it is like that. Answer to it is what? No solution. S is a member of infinity. So note that. Next one. Now, last question or the main one. Okay. Now, a binary operation triangle is defined as a set of real number R by A triangle B is A minus B over square root of AB, where A is not equals to 0, and B is also not equals to 0. That you evaluate negative 3 triangle negative 1. A direct substitution question is what you pray for every time you are doing questions on this. Just substitute into the operation. A triangle B is equals to A minus B. I say delta B, anyhow you want to call it, over square root of AB. So we are looking for operation of minus 3 delta minus 1. A is minus 3, B is minus 1. So let's do something. Minus 3, don't make mistake, minus 1 over square root of minus 3 times minus 1. Everybody knows, and everybody will always know, that this one is 3 plus 1 and 4, and this is minus and minus is square root of 3. So you can see the examiner rationalize answer, because if you don't know how to rationalize, then you are going to be thinking answer is not there. So you need to be careful. If you rationalize, you are going to have 4 roots 3 over 3, and that will be the right answer, because we don't have minus in our answer, but that. So then when we rationalize, we are going to have, oh, look at my mistake, I guess. Minus 3 minus 3 minus 1 is minus 3 minus 1 is minus 3 plus 1. That is minus 2. So apologies, guys. Minus 2. So I'm just waiting, nothing, please, just hold on. It is not writing, it's either. So let me check another one. Minus 3 minus 1. Yeah, minus 3 plus 1 minus 2. This times this is plus. That is correct. So what would I analyze times root 3 times root 3? We are going to have minus 2 root 3 over 3. So this is your answer. And again, none of the option is correct because my admin, I casually think one is negative and one is positive. Because when I use this one as 3, but if I use this one as 3, you know where the problem will come? The problem will come in the sense that what will be here will be square root of negative numbers. The two of them is either the two of them are negative and it is like this. So I'm still wondering where we are wrong, because only if the operation is A plus B over AB. If the operation is A plus B over A, the answer will be there. I can see the answer there. But like this is the answer. We are not wrong. Always remember to rationalize. 2, 3 over 3. Then please give me one next for assignment's sake. I want to give them 3 assignments. I've given 1. So this is the second assignment. Then the next one again. Thank you very much. Almost the same thing. So third assignment. All the assignments are unsolved, if I am not wrong. Yeah. So guys, we are going to stop here. See you guys tomorrow by the grace of God for the continuation of the section. See you soon. Bye.